ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, and the Senior PGA Tour welcome you to second round coverage of the inaugural Bank One Championship. Downtown Big D, those Cowboys came roaring from behind last week against the Redskins. And, of course, the Stanley Cup belongs to Brett Hull, Jamie Langenbrunner, and the Dallas Stars. But all eyes on the Lone Star State on this Bank One Championship. 90,000 employees, 14 states, 11 countries, and they are solid behind this senior effort here. All new excitement in this inaugural edition. We're at Bent Tree, a beautiful venue. The country club here. 17 and 18, 10 under for the tournament, 9 under, a new course record of 63 on Saturday. Tied for the top spot with the man out of the Q school, Alberto Giannone. Irwin trying for victory number 6 after he signed his scorecard with our Frank Beard. The man that started out the day at 8 under par, bogeyed the first hole, but came right back, made the turn at -10. Alberto Giannone out at 11.
Certainly a beautiful shot there, in about 8 feet behind the hole.
And Bruce Devlin, this is Watson and his par putt at 12, watched by our Frank Beard.
Back
man
to the
that
11th.
was encouraged by Vicente Fernandez and Roberto Di Vincenzo, Argentinian Alberto Giannone.
He'll remain 10 under par. He thought that ball was going to break left, obviously, by those gyrations there.
Frank is with Watson, Inman, and Graham. And Robert is out there with Alberto, with Buddy Allen and Dale Douglas. Some nuances of the finishing holes here at Bent Tree. Let's start with Frank out at the par 5 13th.
Ryder Cups, they know what's going on.
Yeah, we talk about the success of the Q school. Alan Doyle, the medalist, he's won 4 times. Fleischer was second, he's won 5, and this man was at the Q school. I mean, the guys that go through the grind of the Q school, and these guys can play.
Oh, they can all play. Yeah, they're shooting some very good numbers, and I for one have not been at all surprised about Bruce Fleischer. Bruce and I go way back to amateur days and Walker Cup teams, and he's always had a lot of game and has had some different things happen throughout his career, but I think he's finally getting his just due now. Bruce is a good player, good person, and I for one am very excited for him.
Over a ridge. Back to the 13th tee, Giannone. Look at that. Lanny, that's a 56-inch driver, I think, that he's using.
I don't have kids that tall.
And it looked like he blocked it into that right rough, that big, heavy hard.
5 13th, Alberto Giannone laying up third shot.
His shot from 111 yards, Giannone actually went with a wood for his second out of the heavy rough and about half topped it to this position.
Chip it more than he would putt it, but
so would Hubert. I mean, those are two guys that would just, they'll chip it from an inch off the green.
Now, Giannone's tee shot at 14 looks pretty good. Yes, sir. About 15 feet short and left. Good opportunity for a birdie.
Very makeable putt from there.
Some time to work on his game, and now he knows what he's expected of him on the senior tour. This for a birdie.
If he wants to be ready, he will be.
This to take the lead.
Bingo. Ooh.
Yeah, I think he thought it was bingo too.
I think he
Lenny.
did. Yeah.
That thing broke rather.
Colbert, he'll defend later this year at the Trans-America. We'll be there at Silverado. That's one of your favorite stops, isn't it? Napa Valley?
Yeah, yeah. A lot of good memories at Silverado.
Fernandez finishing up at 18. This for a round of 71. Of course, a lot of friendship here between Vicente and Giannone, fellow Argentinians, and also helped out was Roberto Di Vincenzo. It's interesting. Alberto Giannone had never been to the United States until he went to the Q school last year.
Isn't that fascinating that he'd make his first pilgrimage to a Q school, which is probably, Lanny, I mean, it's one of the toughest things in the world to do.
Yes, it is.
And particularly now, because there's so many guys have had all these years since the senior tour has been on to sort of start getting prepared. Not only the professionals, but some of the guys that have actually turned pro.
Yes, exactly. And it's a different animal, and to come up here for that is takes a lot of guts.
Yes, it does.
Giannone's birdie try now for the lead.
That was after his second shot was over 200 yards out. He got a great break off the tee, caught a tree and discharged it down into a decent lie.
Yeah, I'd say that's a very fortunate Par 4 there, 25 events for Alberto.
If you want some encouragement, you folks at home, until 1985, this man delivered newspapers in the morning and mail in the afternoon. Now he's out here playing for $195,000. You want one of those rags to riches Walter Mitty stories. Could be tomorrow afternoon. And how many first-time winners, Dev?
This would be 10 if we could get Alberto to the winning post tomorrow.
Irwin goes for number 6 tomorrow, and Alan Doyle goes for his 5th of 99.
Sided.
No, and right rough with that pin is really tough.
Back to Giannone.
250 top.
And just cold flat topped it. That's the bad news. The good news is he's got a nice lie for his pitch.
Let's have a look here, Len. See if we can tell what's going on here. Looked like he was all set. Actually didn't make that bad a swing.
No, unless he's trying to hit driver and just didn't get it in the air. I don't know, you know, what else could have happened, but it might have been just trying to hit a little bit too hard.
And he takes the club back nicely. He got it nice and straight away from the golf ball. A little bit behind him there, although he's got it in a little laid off. Maybe tried to hit it a little bit too hard, I think, Lenny. Sort of rode up on it a little too quickly and sort of topped it along the ground.
Tried to get in the air.
Bruce, that's the one thing I've noticed about his golf swing. If there is a tendency, he tends to pull up out of the shot a little quickly.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like then.
The Devil's Telestrator brought to you by Just for Men. Just for Men blends away gray hair in 5 minutes. Looks so natural, no one can tell. I'm just looking up there at your locks, but you look pretty good up there.
I got a little bit of gray there, sneaking in. I'm trying to hang in there as long as I can.
Moment ago, stumbling here at the par 5.
Tough little bunker shot there, not much room. Oh, that's a good one, though.
Tough for some of us, Devil.
Yeah, that's a great shot there.
Well, that'll be a very, very difficult up and down there.
Giannone's tee shot.
Well played to the safe side of the pin. Got a long birdie putt, about 35 feet, but safely on the green.
Make the hole smaller. I think that better speed makes the hole a little bit bigger, and he's going to make some putts in the edge just like he did that last one.
To take the lead at 17, so Giannone will tap in to stay at 10 under. Watson with that birdie as back-to-back 67s. 6 birdies and 1 bogey, both Friday and Saturday. He's only made 2 bogeys in the entire tournament. Also a second ago, bunkered at 17. Back on the tee, the par 4 finishing hole here at Bent Tree. After that bogey to fall 1 back.
Down the left side by the look of it. Cutting back into the middle. Oh, better stop now. Whoa. Yeah, it's a good spot. Just a little wedge to the green.
On a pairing right now of Irwin, Morgan, and Graham in the final group. Watson and Colbert and Giannone in the next to last group. So